Hey guys, welcome back to Chit Chat Tuesdays, and today we are going to be talking about motherhood, but more specifically, being a stay-at-home mom. Okay, because I've been a stay-at-home mom for over 10 years now. So I know a lot about being a stay-at-home mom. So first things first, where my mom is at. If you are a mom, hit the like button so I know, or throw a comment in the comments down below and be like, hey, I'm a mom. And yeah, let's jump right in. If you have anything to add, as always, feel free to leave it in the comments down below, and I will be more than happy to chit chat with you and just share mom stories. But I've been a stay-at-home mom for, like I said, over 10 years. Crazy to believe it's been that long. But my daughter is like 10 and a half. So I started staying home actually before I even had her, because my pregnancy with her was rough. But we'll talk about pregnancy in a different video. Today we're talking about motherhood. We're talking about being a stay-at-home mom. First and foremost, if you are pregnant and you're watching this and you're planning on being a stay-at-home mom, I don't want you to get discouraged by anything I'm about to say, but I'm not going to sugarcoat things. And just throwing this out there, first and foremost, being a stay-at-home mom can be incredibly lonely. It's a lonely job. And yes, being a stay-at-home mom is a job. Don't let anyone else tell you it's not. Okay? Most stay-at-home moms, I'm not going to say all, because I can only really speak for myself and other moms that I actually know. Most stay-at-home moms, they pretty much are going from the time they get up till the time they are able to go to sleep. There is no break, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that stay-at-home moms work harder than working moms. I'm not saying that work from home moms work harder than stay-at-home moms, and women that go to work every day or just have the easy route. No, none of it's easy. Being a mom in general is fucking hard. Just to be 100% candid, like, it's hard to be a mom. It's hard to know all the right decisions to make, and trying not to screw up these tiny humans that God trusted you with, and you have to make all these decisions, and sometimes you just want to sit there and go, who put me in charge? Like, when did I become a grown-up in charge of other human beings and their welfare? Because sometimes it's almost surreal. I'm 35 and I still look at both of my kids some days, and I'm like, who made the decision to put me in charge of these two kids? Like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm flying by the seat of my pants most of the time. 99.9% of the time. I'm flying by the seat of my pants. I am trying to figure out things as they go. I mean, let's just be honest. There's no handbook that tells you what to do in every single circumstance, and all kids are different. I know this because I had my daughter, and my husband and I got cocky, and we were like, oh, she's so easy. She's so chill. This, that. We're going to have another one. And then my son came out and he was like, hold my beer, lady, because I'm about to give you a run for your money. He is quite literally my mini-me. He is a handful. He is hilarious, but he is a handful. My daughter is so laid back. She's chill. She's relaxed. She goes with the flow. And my son is literally just balls to the wall from sun up to sundown. But being a stay-at-home mom can be incredibly lonely. Especially if you're an introvert, actually no either way, because if you're an extrovert and you really like being around people, and you feed off of other people's energy, and you like being out and about, at first, it's hard to get your kid out and about constantly. It's not the easiest thing. It takes longer for you to get out of the house, and it doesn't matter what you do or how prepared you are. As soon as you get out of the house, you're going to realize you forgot something that you needed, whether it be an extra change of clothes or to throw more diapers in the diaper bag. You forgot a snack, you forgot your pump, you forgot whatever. You're going to have forgotten something that's important. It never fails. I'll never forget one time my husband and I took our daughter out, and she had an explosion of poo in her car seat. We had no extra clothes, so I had to run in Old Navy and buy her a new outfit, and then run back out where my husband was cleaning the poo off of her in the car, and we had to put the new outfit on her so we could continue on about our day out as a family. And at the time, like, the entire day I'm freaking out because I'm like, oh my gosh, she's wearing clothes that haven't been washed. She's gonna have a reaction. This is terrible. I'm a horrible mom. Which you're not, okay? She was fine, and kids are very resilient, okay? Kids are not nearly as fragile as we feel like they are, especially as a first-time mom. You feel like your kid is just like this little fragile egg, and if you barely tap your child, they'll crack and break, and that is not the case. But it can feel very lonely being a stay-at-home mom, especially if you don't have a community, if you don't have friends. And I know because I've experienced this, and I still experience this. Making friends when you're a stay-at-home mom is nearly impossible because you're at home. You're with your kids. You're not going out into a work setting every day, so you're not coming in contact with new people daily. So you don't get those opportunities. And I know I'm speaking for myself, but it feels really freaking weird to just walk up to other moms at the playground, at the grocery store, or at the park or whatever, and just be like, hi, you want to be my friend? Like, how do you do that? You know what I mean? So it is very difficult. So I just want to throw this out there. If you are a stay-at-home mom or a mom in general, and you feel lonely, you feel like you don't have other moms to talk to, you feel like you kind of lost your friends or whatever it may be, sound off in the comments down below, because I can guarantee you there are other moms that feel exactly the same. Link up, start a community, just be there for each other, because it is very, very difficult. You have to have a thick skin in order to kind of just like go solo and not have those friends. And I'm not gonna lie, I've lost a lot of friends becoming a mom and moving to a different state and stuff like that, and it's hard. My husband is military, so it adds an extra layer of difficulty when you're not only moving, but you're also, at home with your kids. Where am I gonna, it's like you make friends and then you move and then stuff like that. I'm also not the best at keeping up with friends. Like, if you're my friend, you gotta contact me, because I'm gonna get busy. I'm gonna get caught up in my own shit, and I'm gonna forget to text you or call you. And it's not because I don't care. It's not because I don't love you. It's because I literally just have my head up my ass sometimes and I forget. But, being a mom, wow. There could be a 200-part series of just talking about being a mom. Beating yourself up constantly because mom guilt, because you think that you did this wrong or you did that wrong, and at the end of the day you're like, oh, I yelled at my kids today and I didn't want to, or we didn't do this, or I didn't fix them a healthy enough dinner, or we didn't, instead of doing the ABCs or learning this, I just let them watch their tablets longer than I should have, or I let them sleep in, or I let them stay up too late. And there's going to be something every day that you go to bed thinking that you totally screwed up, but I can guarantee if you ask your kid, that's the one thing they'll remember that was like, cool. Like, you're over here like, oh, I didn't fix them a healthy dinner, I only made them dino nuggets and and gave them Cheetos and let them eat in the floor, and they're like, Mom, you remember that time that we got to have a picnic in the floor and we got to eat chicken nuggets and Cheetos? Like, the things that you think you fail at, your kids think are awesome, you know? I feel like that's one thing I've learned, like the times. Now, you mess up and you lose your temper. All parents do it, okay? It's gonna happen. We're humans. We're humans, and shit happens, you know? But just try not to beat yourself up about it. And you know, I feel like being a stay-at-home mom, you can get stuck in a rut where you feel like, my gosh, I've done the same thing every day, continually. There is no break. It's get up, make breakfast, clean the kitchen, do this, do that, do a little laundry, vacuum, and it feels like you're doing everything and nothing all at once, and you do get into a rut. And I say, if you do get into a rut and you're feeling a little depressed, take the day, sit on your ass on the couch, eat some snacks, watch some Hulu or some Netflix, or binge your favorite YouTube videos, whatever, and just give yourself grace. Give yourself time to decompress. Get out of that rut. Do something, like sit on the couch and veg out. And if you still feel the same the next day, try something different. Get a good sweat in. Meditate. Do some yoga. Go for a walk outside. Okay, sorry, my camera's telling me to shut up. Apparently it got too hot. So I'm just going to wrap this up. This one's going to be short and sweet. I just rambled on about motherhood and stay-at-home moms and just random shit. I don't know where I even was when the camera cut off. So I just want to say that, you know, if you feel stuck in a rut, do things that are different than your normal routine. You don't always have to make sure your house is completely spotless. You don't always have to make sure that you try to do, oh, excuse me, I've got the hiccups. You don't always have to make sure that you do every little piece of laundry as soon as it hits the dirty clothes. It's okay if the dishwasher is full of dirty dishes. It's okay. It's okay. Things are okay. Your kids are not going to remember 30 years afterwards and say, you know what I loved the most? The fact that Mom always had our laundry done. They're not going to care. They're going to remember the times you sat on the floor and you played with them with your messy hair and your no makeup. They're going to remember the times that you thought you looked terrible, but you hugged them and you cuddled them and you gave them kisses and you told them funny stories and you read them a book. They're not going to remember, you know, the perfect meals that you tried from Pinterest recipes. They're not going to remember, I mean, they may remember those things. They're not going to be their favorite memories. Their favorite memories are going to be getting up in the morning and sitting with you while you drink your coffee and talking to you. It's going to be the drives to school when you're still in your PJs because you ran out of time and you forgot to put on real shoes and you're laughing because you have on slippers. It's going to be things like that, okay? You don't have to be perfect for your kids because your kids don't want you to be perfect. They don't need you to be perfect. They need you to show them what it is to be imperfect and embrace all of that. To try to be the best you can every single day, but know that you're not going to be the best. You're going to have off days. And that's what you have to teach your kids. You have to teach them that no matter what, they have to be proud of themselves and they just need to strive to be better tomorrow than they were today. That's it. And so I feel like moms, we can be so hard on ourselves. We can criticize ourselves and we can say that we didn't do all of these things correctly. But at the end of the day, our kids love us because you're mom. You're like the greatest thing ever. You're their comfort. You're where they go when they're sad, when they're happy, when they don't feel good, when they're tired. All of the things you get. And yes, it's hard to get all of those things dumped on you, but God didn't make you a mom because you couldn't handle it. You know what I mean? He knew you could do it. That's why he gave you those kids. So don't beat yourself up. Love yourself. Accept yourself for your flaws, for what you're good at and what you're bad at. And if you need any support, if you need a friend, if you need someone to talk to, I'm here. There's so many different wonderful moms all over the internet. You know, let's try to start let's start a conversation down below and just love each other and just be kind to each other. You know what I mean? So I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed this Chit Chat Tuesday. I will see you next week with another one. If you have a topic you'd like to see me talk about or hear me talk about, leave it in the comments down below. With that, if you haven't already, subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Mwah. Bye.